Hey everybody, this is KRGNN doing another review, and this is from the DC Multiverse Swamp Thing from the McFarlane. And this is about 11 to 12 inch figure. I could be wrong, just keep that in mind. And this thing is cool. When I opened this up right out of the box, it was a huge thing, man. The box itself is pretty big. But yeah, this thing is sick. Definitely gonna open this baby up so you guys can get a better look inside. And of course, I'll tell you where and when I got this and how much I got it. So let's open this baby up and get a better look inside. So right away, it comes with actually the only extra accessory it comes with is this kind of spike hook. Well, not hook, but like a spike thing that he uses, I guess, to change his arm to defend himself. And it only has basic back and forth articulation once you switch it with the hand. So that's pretty much it. It does, you could circle it, but yeah. So, it comes with its card, like the other DC Multiverse cards, showing you a little bit of background history of it. But yeah, the photo of this is really nice. I do like this. And it comes with a stand. I wish it came with two little stands, because I would tell you that when we get a better look at the figure. But yeah. Okay, so wow, look at this thing is massive. Look how size it is. This thing is sick. It's so freaking big. But yeah, and the scope on this thing is so awesome. I don't know if you guys can get a better look at that. So first, let's look at the scope of his face, his head itself. So actually, I'm gonna take that off so you guys can get a look. The scope on this thing is sick. They really did a good job. I really like this scope of this, the way they did the Swamp Thing. He looks really cool. He has a classic look to him, but also kind of more modern look to it, and I do dig that. And the red eyes, I really like this. Look at the detail work. Yeah, so this figure has so much. So right away, I'm going to test the articulation on the head. It can't really swivel up. It's stuck by the design of the scope. Just give you that. Keep in mind. The scope, again, I'm sorry. I just want you guys to see a better look at the scope itself. It's so nice, but it's kind of hard to see because it just blends in with the color. So I'm definitely going to weather this to stick it out more. But look at that. Look at the scope on this thing. The body itself, look at that. Look at the legs. There's so much detail went into this figure. Yeah, it's just crazy. All right, so now let's actually test the articulation. So articulation on this figure is not that bad. It is a little stiff, but that's known when you buy a new figure. He does have, his hand does go circle around. He does bend. It's a little struggling right now. His hand does bend back and forward. He does have a up and forward. His arm itself has a board joint there. It has a board joint there as well. You can see he does have kind of like a board joint there, but it is stopped by the scope of the figure itself. It's rubbery, but it still limits you can move back and forth. He does move a little bit forward and back, but again, it does get stopped by the design. But it's still not a bad when it comes to articulation. Even it's limited. I'm gonna be honest, it's not that bad. And then he does have, you can see, kick back, well, on the sides and forward, not that bad. Look at that. He's not that bad. He does not. It's crazy how that part is kind of like a plastic rubbery. Just like some of the parts are plastic rubber, just keep that in mind. And so does the butt back. But yeah, he does bend forward. You guys can see that. It's struggling because it's a brand new figure. That part is a little bit rubber right there. He does have a little bit of bow joint there. You guys can see that for his feet. He does also have ankle pivot. That's crazy. Ankle pivot, and you can't really tell that's a feet. It's all just one shape of an item of a feet. But yeah, look, he does have an ankle pivot right there, and that's just sick. So now this switch out his accessory with that kind of like spike weapon he has right there, and it doesn't look that bad actually. I wish it spread out a little bit more, give it more of a like it had spikes on the side too. It'll be cool because it looks kind of weird a little. Well, not really weird, more like it's just very plain. So now let's do a size comparison to the Comic-Con exclusive I got years ago. I can't remember when I got it. I think it was 2011 or 12. So let's just show a size comparison to that figure. And that figure is about, I think, about 7 or 8 inches. But just to show you this mass and the size, this thing is huge compared to that. And I always loved this version, but when this one came out, dude, it doesn't compare to it. Don't get me wrong, the Comic Con still has a unique style to it. It has like a whole rubber body and everything. But the DC Multiverse McFarlane, dude, this thing is just a whole nother level. I really like this figure. So let's talk about the good and the bad about this figure. Honestly, I have nothing negative. The only negative I have is that I wish it came with 2 stands, because this figure has no strength. It keeps falling and falling. It took me a while just to have him stand like that. Just keep that in mind. So I actually got mine through, I think, GameStop, and it retail for about $39.99. It makes sense because this figure is really huge. It's not like a regular figure from DC Multiverse. It's a really big figure. I have seen it online for about 40 to 60 up. Trying to get it for the retail price. I have not seen this in a while. So far, the places that are selling it or pre-ordering it is Big Bad Toy Store, Earth Entertainment, GameStop, that's where I got it. Target and Walmart, but the only one that actually saw it in stock at the time was GameStop. Now, I don't think it's on GameStop website no more. It probably shows up, it's already out of stock. I have never seen this in a while. Maybe you'll start showing up. As right now, I have not seen. I hope they do, because this is a really must-have figure. Like I said, the only complaint I have about this is that the legs are not that strong, so it falls a lot. So just keep that in mind. And I hope you like this video. This is KRGN signing out. And always don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And adios. And don't forget, keep collecting.